Hi everyone, welcome. It's February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. And I've been kind of in a rut. I go to record and it just goes blank. Anyways, I'm feeling pretty confident that this video will see its way through into manifestation and fruition. So, with that said, anything you hear here, I'm not claiming as fact. This is for entertainment purposes only. With that said, may you find truth in it and entertainment. At least enough entertainment to attract your attention long enough to really receive the message in the subject that I'm going to bring, which is I've brought message. I've talked about suicide, dying young, invisible me's. What we haven't discussed yet is what happens when we pass, because we do not die. We do not die. We were alive before we came into these shells, these bodies, and we're alive long after we leave them. It's a temporary my daughter's saying backpack, but it's a temporary cocoon. Anyway, so with that said, guys, this is going to be what is it like? What happens when we pass? And we're going to hear this straight from source, which is our loved ones, those in the higher realms. And believe me, they're all in the higher realms. Every spirit that's ever been in a human body is in the higher realms. Even when they're incarnated, they still belong in the higher realms. We're in the higher realms right now. We just are unaware of it, sadly. Anyways, with that said, spirit's like stomping on my shoulders. I'm going to take a deep breath because it helps so much to breathe. The breath of life, spirit is telling me, because it is. It's huge that we're here in these bodies, guys. And I've lit a candle, which I have been doing lately when I receive from spirit, as in honor and respect for the divinity involved in the connection and the beauty of it. This is my higher. Andrea, I am your higher. We are fortified with much, plenty, for the forebringing of your viewers as to what happens. What we need to first start with, what are we? If we're not these human bodies, then all of those that question that have to ask, what you're saying. I'm hearing saint. That's wrong though. My higher saying, it is not a saint only that reaches or makes his spirit makes its way to the higher realms, to the heavenly realms. It is not only for the saints and those that have been baptized or blessed with holy water. We all succumb. We will all succumb to the journeying back to the heavenly realms. On earth, our realms are called or known to be heavenly. How is it that earth even knows about the heavenly realms if it wasn't for the prophets? And there are many like you existed in the days of the recordings when the Gospels, he's saying, it were written, and very much in like you, It was known to them. It became known to them. Much in the same way as what I'm telling you is known to you. All right, so we know this. Okay, sorry, Andrea, breathe. We have much to compile. It's quite the compilation, compilation, quite the grouping of topics in order to render true to delivering upon those that are viewing an idea, a concept, one that can be is sustainable, something that your viewers will or can accept from here within the higher realms. Our possibility. Okay, I got it, guys. I must have tried to record this one episode probably 12 times. I am lit up and ready because not only I don't know everything. Like I do, but I don't. I love. I can't wait to hear this too. What happens? What are we? What are we? Andrea, thank you for asking. It was apparently understated or said. Just the very notion of anyone being dead. Andrea, you know through your mind's eye that no spirit, not one of us will ever die. Why is that? My higher's thanking me for the leading questions like it was necessary. I need to do that, guys, because it keeps me on. Andrew, saying breathe. Allow spirit. Allow those of us here to instruct, to describe, but they're saying inscribe within your mind a better sense of knowing what you are, who you are. And the most important factor Spirit is believing is why we are. Now my higher stepping out and allowing a gentleman to step in. I can only see his, it's like a formal suit, like he's going to the Oscars, kind of. It's a very soft, mild, whiskey voice. Andrea, my name is Jim Stanley. I don't get names well. Hi, Jim. He says it is more than a pleasure for me to come and have the opportunity to help describe, I guess, but scribe, saying bring message that to scribe is to write, but he's meaning scribe in a vocal. The definition and understanding of what we are and what we are to become, not only in spirits after our bodies cease, but what we are to become prior to joining or entering the Christ, a body. Thank you, because that's He's showing me the infinity, the infinity symbol, saying we are infinite. There is a, go ahead. To be infinite is to be divine. Go ahead. Andrea, I too, he's saying, although his shoes are very polished, he is too stumbling. For the gift to be received from my tongue. All of those in bodies. All, he's saying, my brethren and my sisters, my spirits outside of the Christ, yet in the Christ conscious. He's saying such deep love for you all. And there are parts of you, every one of you, that know my love as I know yours. He's saying, let's explore. Kind of remind... Sorry, I won't interrupt. Sorry, guys. Andrea, nerves can rack. You're foregoing so many efforts to bring into fruition this monumental testimony. No, go ahead. It is monumental in scale for what he's giving me to expel and bring you is monumental, he says. I'm full of emotions right now, but he's trying to say for since the volumes, he's saying the chapters, the testimonies in the Bible of the prophets, he's saying it is sheer pleasure to draw the sheer curtain and open it, the veil again, for the truth, the word of and this is verbatim what he's saying. I would say the word of God, but for your misinterpreting it, he's going to say the words, the truth from the heavenly realms. It is divinity in the most Christ-like way. There's nothing more divine in its purity than those of us in the Christ conscious here in the heavenly realms. Okay. Andrea, your God spoke. He is said to have spoken to your forefathers, meaning those that Joseph and who is it, Job, and all of the ones in the Bible that have their testimonies. Andrea, the prophets, these testimonies, these accounts, these scribed verbal words of, for lack of anything else, God, were of the same heavenly realms, the divine line, meaning like a telephone wire, Jim is saying they not only did the prophets write what they had heard or was delivered them from what they he's saying announced as God. He's saying many sketched. He's saying that the bound book was the volume of the sketches by the prophets that transcribed or scribed the word the words they were hearing from the heavenly realms. That it was massive. They all drew sketches, drawings of, I can't say that. Please come again. Sketches, drawings that were divine in the making, for there be no mistaking that these drawings were of the divine. For he's saying a cobbler's stumbling hand, like these prophets, they weren't artists, but yet they all drew these beautiful. He's saying they are only admired on a platform below. And he's showing me, you know how they drop a coffin with the straps, like that, kind of like that, like when you're lowering an urn or a coffin down in deep. These sketches are. They're buried in stone or under dirt. They're buried in the stone monument of the city or of which they first came. So this is not Jim, but if you speak to one in the Christ consciousness, you're speaking to them all. But this is a deeper voice in the scene. Go ahead, say it again. We're not off subject, right?
I should have done that.
Hang with me, guys. Andrea, there is a solemn tying of the truth on the tongue, as if it was a sworn oath by those our forefathers, those living before us, in control in the. Go ahead. The magic befell upon the rulers. The magic of the spells, for them to be written. First, the drawings clearly showing the light of only eyes upon these drawings would know the light of divinity of the heavenly realms had to be stricken from view for not their spells to break. I get that. I know that humanity is under spells big time. Big time. For all of the starseeds and the conspiracy theorists and earth angels, those that are believe that they have been brought here. Go ahead. It is your time, saying it is our time. In other words, we are here to unbind spells. We're not spell binders. We are those from the stars, those with that the divinity, the light being within us, and the awareness of knowing that it is, are seam rippers. He's showing me a seam ripper. That's a really scary little stick that I used to play with in my mom's sewing kit. Everybody knows what that is, right? It's two sharp points, but there's a blade in between those points that rip the threads to open it up. He's saying we cut the twine that binds the spells. I like that. So in these pictures where there was, with one look or one viewing and knowing of something. It's so hard to human words are hard. It's hard to explain, but what he's saying is when you saw those drawings, when you saw those sketches, there would be no denying, no doubt. It would be 100% pure certainty from the viewer that they were divine. And so across time, he's saying, across time, the spell of the glory on the paper, the spells of the divine were unraveled over time. He says, and we are all now just seeking for light in the dark. No, Spirit saying for us truth seekers, I'm just going to say that we believe in the truth. We wouldn't dig for it if we didn't honor it. Right now, Spirit is trying to appreciate or to put a forward toward those that walk in the light or of their own light and shine light on truth. Spirit is thanking you all. It could be God right now. Spirit is spirit. Spirit is one collective. Spirit is thanking us beyond measure and sending forth another wand, like the baton, time to pass the baton, but it's a wand. This is heavy, guys. Us in spirit, we in these bodies, what we are the first to ever bring spells upon earth and any eyes to be received of it. There's a spellcaster, there's a spell binder, and there are spell breakers or unwinders. They're preferring to use unwind rather than unbind. He's saying the fabric of the golden. Go ahead. the golden bonding, the bonding upon these drawings, the divine's casting upon the paper as if a wand. It was a casting for its viewers to be ever seeing. If you saw these drawings, your third eye would be clear wide open. That spirit saying, to put it mildly. Showing me a lily pads, or the skipping over time, like each lily pad being a long period of time, history. It tends to fade the letter, the pencil on the page. But he's not saying the drawings are faded. He's saying they're forgotten. They're not even known about. Is that what the Holy Grail is? Is that what... Because, they're always talking about that. And I'm a truth seeker, and I can't find anything that makes any sense other than Dan Brown. And I know it's a bar fucking... It's a twisted tale. But I do believe that. I believe that the writings, and I think they were Jesus's and Mary's, that I believe that's what the Holy Grail is. Some people think it's a golden goblet. Andrea, the Holy Grail, Spirit saying, it is a holy veil. And he's saying, and that is the trickery of these spells that we're bound with, the tales, the spells that we're bound with to these tales. It is a holy veil. Go ahead. He's describing the holy veil as a veil that allows for no coverings of anything for eyes to see. So a veil, it's not veiling. What it is it's seeing that your eyes will always see. It is a protective screen, more or less, like a superhero. He's saying Wonder Woman in her invisible plane, however you want to look on it, the veil did exist in its spell, in its creation by us, those in and from the Christ light for lifetimes have been trying to, now he's coming to today's current date on this planet, all of us starseeds. Go ahead. Andrea, when the truth is sought by divine eyes, that is your viewer's eyes. The light from which is in them of the divinity is not only Christ-like, it is heavenly-like. It is holy. It is the Christ-conscious. There is no beauty There is nothing more sovereign than the divinity within your own Christ light. And for it failing to find you, for you seeking truth as if light, the binding of other spells has creased within. He's saying like the wire, the golden thread between you and the drawings, or your eye open. There's a kink in it, like if you shut a cord in the door. Spirit's telling me, bear with me, because this is going deep and far. And I'm starting to like go, come on, let's get back. But this is one thing, guys. The truth is in the eyes. The truth is the truth, no matter what anyone says that it is, once hearing it. If you don't believe the truth, if the truth has been persecuted and it's been carved in hot iron that it's not true, no matter what happens, the truth will always be the truth. And that is the one thing that you can't do, is ever change the truth. Believe it or not, it doesn't change it. Know about it or not, it doesn't change it. Obscure it or not, it does not change the truth being the truth. The truth being there. There is no telling a lie without a truth to back it up. To forfeit itself for the creation of a lie. See, I'm a little confused, but I'm not. In other words, if there wasn't the truth behind a lie couldn't be. It wouldn't exist. It would exist, but only as a lie. For its very foundation in its creation is something separate from the truth. Creating two beings. Truth is manifested, it becomes, well, it just is. And then a lie is manifested, it becomes. They're both brought into, they're both beings, Spirit saying. We falsify our own truths when we carriage, when we cradle, when we accept lies. Lies are things that can only manifest on the polar scales of the truth. Go ahead, say that again. Andrea, a lie will be bought, will be sold, will be offered in place of the truth, as if it was more valuable, as if it was gold. No matter how much belief and ahead, say it again. No, no matter how much of the truth has been untold, meaning no matter how many lies we are being fed and eating. Oh yes, and Spirit's pointing out, we are eating these lies. With each lie that we eat is a needle and thread through our cheek. For our because I was saying, okay, well, Andrea, when the cheek is sewn, when you sew the mouth closed, you're binding the speech for the truth on your tongue be told. And that is what these spells are. This happened to me, and I'm going to take just like a quick, and then I'm going to take a break because I got to go to the bathroom. But in the 12 times that I attempted to do this, at least 6 times, the subjects were just completely opposite of what I was going for. This one's fascinating. I love this subject. There's so much in this. Once I take a break, take some deep breaths, and and just shut up and let Spirit take this, because we are under spells, and we are spell breakers, unwinders. We unwind, I guess. So when you wonder why you come here, to help humanity, to help the planet, to make a difference, we are unwinding these. Spirit saying long taut wires. They have been bound and tightly bound us for energy existing in time. In other words, in a manner of time, eternity. But it's not literal. But can and will be eternity one day. If not, henceforth, the unwinders, the spell unbinders, us starseeds, us earth angels, us those that seek and feed our inner light, and seek the moths to the flame, like Jesus did. Jesus was phenomenal at his ability to draw the moths in. But we're all the same source. Is what there's. Oh God, I got chills so bad. Those seeking the light will find the light. It is a truth be told. Meaning there's nothing you can do. We have forever been treasoned with lies upon stories such as Christ's. Lies of him being apart or separate from the divinity, the holy grail, he's saying, the golden light within us all. It's a lie that Jesus was special aside from us. We're all that. And he never spoke of anything but that we were all alike. Telling a tale in his time because that's what they, go ahead. Jesus' tales were true. Yet not written for the value of it, for the veil had already been hidden from you. And that's where when you're reading anything, and I learned this, a friend of mine, from Alcoholic Anonymous, he told me when I first got into recovery, 2006, that was 19 years ago. He gave me a book, an AA book, because that's what you do for a newcomer. And he said, don't worry about the black stuff on the pages. Worry about reading the white stuff on the pages. So, and so much of that is true in as far as the Bible or anything that we read. We're looking at the black ink and what it's saying. We're not reading the white. What's behind it? What gives it life? That's what you mean by there can be no lie if the truth is not first in existence for it to lie upon. And that's where spiritual braille, you guys, we have to read spiritual braille. That's the veil. They took the veil. Had we all have this veil for our eyes working, we wouldn't, the black stuff would disappear on the pages. It would just be pure divine giving of knowledge and receiving of it. It's confusing, but it's not. I'm so clear on that. Andrea, your truth is in your lies. And he's speaking of my characters, the lies, L-Y-S. Who, these little creatures get broken when somebody tells a lie. Spirit is telling me right now, it is for my third eye. It is for my... Oh, that sounded like a cricket or something really... Guys, I'm going to take a break because I think I got a bug. So, I'll be back. That's heavy.